Good morning, Sons of Liberty Riders, Texas. This is Mel Moss, your president of the Texas region of Sons of Liberty Riders. Hey, you guys, if you haven't already figured it out, the with what's happened with the Cliven Bundy Ranch and his statements that he's made over blacks and slavery and everything else. Well, that event in Fort Worth has been canceled. One of the reasons that's been canceled, from what I'm understanding, is the Bundy media group has all of a sudden just they're not answering phones, they're not answering questions. So the organizers here decided to cancel the event, and so that's kind of on hold now as we see how this plays out. Now we all know what Cliven Bundy was trying to say, that blacks have exchanged one sort of slavery for another, government slavery, which we're all under right now. It's not just blacks, but it's that particular segment of our society has been kept down, and there's a welfare state. We all know about that, and that's what Cliven was getting at. But he used the wrong words and the wrong ways of doing this. Matter of fact is, all Cliven had to do was stick to the program. BLM, land grabbing, pushing the citizens around, stealing their land. That's all he had to stick to. Why he got off into this other subjects, I don't understand. Nobody knows. Nobody can figure it out. But this is what happens when you have an amateur talk to the media too much, because they tend to stray off the subject at hand. This is a reason you need to be careful when a news media sticks a camera and a microphone in front of your face. You need to always remember to take it back to the subject at hand, no matter what they say, no matter what they do. Of course, for an amateur, that's pretty hard to do if you're not used to dealing with the media, because they will make you sound like a fool if they can get away with it. And especially if they're on the opposite side, like our media is, our mainstream scripted media. Now, that being said, what's happened now, we've been talking to boots on the ground out there at the Cliven Bundy Ranch, and let me tell you, if support is lost for this thing, the militiamen and those who went out there to help stand in the face of tyranny, who participated in the standoff, if they can be identified by the government, they can expect to receive federal warrants. Now, the BLM has been set back on its heels. Of course, they're lying through their teeth about everything they're doing, but they have been set back on their heels by public outrage. And let me tell you, right now, 53% of the American people, 53%, thinks that neither party, Republicans or Democrats, are working for the people. And they're right. But what we have to do is stay focused, and that's what Cliven Bundy needed to do, was stay focused. Actually, his daughter should probably be the one speaking into the cameras, not Cliven himself. And I think that'll get rectified, but now the damage has been done. So we have to move on. If you'll notice, Fox News has moved on to the Texas and the BLM. They've kind of dropped the Nevada thing that's going on. But we need to make sure that those militiamen don't get in trouble. We need to watch for this. We really need to watch for this. That being said, we've got other events coming up here in May. It's going to be a busy month. So you guys hang on to your shorts. The ones that want to get out there and do some stuff, hang on. It's coming. Now with the Cliven thing, everybody says, well, what about this? What about that? Now, all we got to do is wait another week and something else will happen. You know it will. It'll be something else. And like right now, all of a sudden the attention is switched away from that into the VA, which, well, it should be switched to the VA because they've got some explaining to do. And there needs to be some people fired. That's one thing about people with jobs within the federal government. They just about can't be fired. Any of them. No matter what level. It's incredible. But you guys, if you saw the, well, I'm switching gears now. If you saw the Arlington City Council meeting versus the Open Carry Texas guys, you know what went on here. Arlington City Council has banned passing out pocket constitutions from busy intersections. Of course, the fire department is allowed to do it, and that was the state legislature that did that. Now that is kind of trampling on freedom of speech. There can be level heads prevail here. I would think as long as you're over 18 and you're wearing the proper safety gear like the fire department does, you know, they put on those fluorescent vests and stuff. As long as you're doing those kind of things, taking safety precautions and not impeding traffic, you ought to be able to pass out anything you want. You really should. But those are battles there that are going to continue. The city's going to get sued. The state legislature, next session, is going to get involved. That's the reason we're kind of asking the open carry people to kind of tone it down with their confrontations with the police. The majority of policemen are on our side. So let's not do damage to ourselves like Cliven Bundy's done. And I know those are to say, hey, Cliven was right in what he was trying to say, but you know, the damage is done. The mainstream media is not going to let go of that. They're going to use that as a hammer to beat us down with. So anytime we have these type incidents, and especially with the, you know, you saw the lady in the film of the Arlington City Council. Well, a guy came up to my car with a big gun, a giant gun, as a matter of fact, what she said. Now she didn't bother to say that he had it strapped. It was pointed down. It wasn't in a threatening manner, and he was trying to give her a pocket constitution. And from what I understand, one of the ideas of getting out there with the long rifles was to get the public used to seeing people with firearms. And I think that's a good idea, especially when we're headed toward open carry in the next legislative session. And we don't want to do anything that's going to screw all that up. So pass the word if you guys will. And as we create videos like you saw the other day it's up to you guys to use your social media to pass things on. Because all of a sudden when we pass things on like that, it multiplies. And plus it helps advertise us, so you always want to do that. Now that we're back out there, hey, every one of us are recruiters. Everybody needs to be trying to get more members. Everyone. So if you're not used to talking to people and stuff, just make yourself a little business card and go to sonsoflibertyriders.com, the national site, and you can print out your own little business cards and a little brochure. And you can just pass those around to people, you know, if you're not used to speaking to people. But I think most of us are. Watch the media, though. And of course, we know now that Michelle Obama, Eric Holder, even Hillary have canceled events because of protests, imminent protests of where they were going to speak. Now that tells me a lot. We've got those folks on the run. We don't need to let up one bit. Not one bit. So if you guys see some events and things out there you think we should be doing, by all means, let's get out there and do it. On May, I think it's May 13th, the Arlington City Council has the final meeting over these ordinances they're trying to pass over passing out pocket constitutions and coming into meetings with long rifles and pistols and that kind of stuff. But those are coming up. What we want to do is we want to have a show of force at that city council, meaning that a show of support for the Constitution, for free speech, for our Second Amendment rights. So we want to, even if we all can't get into the city council chambers, we want a huge crowd outside. So talk that up with your other members and other motorcycle groups you know and other individuals you might know. So you guys, it's Saturday, April 26th. I think it's supposed to be sunny for most of the day. Get out there, have a good day, ride your motorcycle, and have some fun. I'll catch you at the next meeting. Have a good day.
All your wealth, your leader is a liar. Who comes to